It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. As you're this season just getting going, what are you looking for tonight?
Just curious to see which team is more cohesive. With all of the player movement in the NBA, it's rare to have continuity on a squad.
Look at the 76ers starting group. George is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard spot. Now Maxey. Following the three-point attempt by Miles Turner. George, no good. Mathurin against George. Launches it. Siakam's shot is off.
Oh, my goodness, man.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
This team wants Maxey to have the ball in his hands. He is a great decision maker that gets better every year.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Hard to talk about a guy who can completely take over. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
When holding nothing back there, George gives the dunk his all.
Here's Nembhard. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Maxey into the lane. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Turning on the Jets, Maxey found the lane and made them pay.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Hits the three-point bomb. Nembhard's got 5 men.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He could roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Great open look there. George has got his second bucket.
And that last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer. Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
And that one, good.
Such great feel for the game and where his teammates are. Maxey letting his basketball IQ take over.
Halliburton, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage, taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The 76ers #1.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized. And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Jackson misses.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. For Philadelphia, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shooting over 80% from the line during his career, Embiid is not only one of the best free throw shooting centers in the league today, he's one of the best all time.
Now, here's Maxey. He had 37 points last game out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Neesmith. The three-pointer, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Edwards' shot is good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Lets it go from 14. And Maxey gets it to go on the assist from Edwards.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 8. Pass to McCain. Inside, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
The 3, a nice shot by McCain.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Walker out there with Neesmith. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Toppin in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Pacers' 5. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 5 now.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Here's Neesmith. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Pass to Lowry. To the inside. Here's McCain. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Halliburton. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged about 20 points a game, 11 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
I've played with someone like him, the type of player that looks to get others involved first. That's my type of teammate.
Butler, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
And he's such an efficient three-point shooter. Halliburton has an outstanding feel for when to fire from deep.
Here's McCain. The kick outside to Butler. Embiid sets the pick for Butler. Clock at 6. Pass to Embiid. Goes back up. Toppin pulls it in.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Halliburton, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
The shot's good on the assist by Walker. 8 points for Tyrese Halliburton.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense. Taking the contact and still getting the finish.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Both teams will make substitutions. Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wemby's. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll now.
It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. The lead now in single digits.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And that one's good. Maxi's got 10 points.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Siakam's shot is off. The 76ers leading by 10. The three from George. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
This is what Paul George does. He looks for any opening on the floor to create opportunities for his team.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. At one point, they led by 16, and he gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Down low. And there's Paul George on the assist by Maxey. That's 12 points for Paul George. Siakam inside the three-point line. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why.
Here's Maxey. The Pacers pull it in.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Here's Shepard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Philadelphia leading by 13. Kicks it out to Maxey. Unloads from 9. The rebound by Turner.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
And he's good on the three ball. Mathurin's got 6 in the quarter.
And for a classic two-guard like Mathurin, you have to knock down threes with consistency.
Another miss by Philadelphia. From outside the arc. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Shepard. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action in just a minute.
Looking at Philadelphia, it's been a painful start for them, 0-2. I know the season's young, but they're probably feeling a little desperate.
And now back to that first half. How about Tyrese Maxey? He was getting whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted it. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin.
those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Abusele out there with Embiid. Then it's George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. Siakam's shot is off.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
From deep, George. The rebound by Turner. Pacers trail by 10. Outside, Mathurin puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Shots good by Turner.
Effort points by Turner. Working hard inside. Getting rewarded with some points.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
Yeah, thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Pacers 4th. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
And you know what? These are two of those teams that just live off their transition game. They put a lot of pressure on you defensively because that's where they get the bulk of their offense.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the 3rd quarter. Wasted no time on that one. The 76ers leading by 8. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan. Clearly.
Yes, settle down. Here are your Indiana basemen.
Checking out the numbers here for McConnell, how he did last season. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 5 assists and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, but really his main asset is being a playmaker.
Great handle, great vision. That's how he drops so many dimes.
Maxey lays it up and banks it in. Maxey's got 14.
Nice work on the interior. Maxey looks so composed amongst those trees.
76ers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Jacks up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Maxey's got 5 points now this quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Jackson, that's good.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
And here's Walker outside. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And it's George missing. Pacers trail by 15. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's McConnell. And the Pacers can't get it to go. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Maxey, no good. And Indiana shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second team foul.
For Indiana, they have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws. Siakam is checked in for the Pacers. Toppin comes in for Jackson.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's Maxey. Misses the 3.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Here's Walker. It's hauled in by Edwards. The 76ers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
First team foul.
The 76ers leading by 14. Pass to Drummond. Maxey against McConnell. Maxey, no good.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Shots good by Walker.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Here's Oubre. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
From deep three-point territory. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Walker. T.J. McConnell is out there with Halliburton. Then there's Aaron Nesmith. And it's Toppin in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Philadelphia leading by 10. Driving to the basket. McCain's shot is off. Pacers shooting not great, 40% for the game. Nesmith can't get it to go. To the middle. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
In the mold of Shaq, Joel Embiid is physically just overwhelming. Plus, he's got some touch and skill.
Johnson, he's checked in for Walker. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Gordon's checked in. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Oubre, good. Oubre's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Aaron Nesmith. Shepard's checked in for Halliburton. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Eric Gordon. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. Now, Coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. For three, Oubre. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Mathurin for 3. And McCain pulls it down. McCain's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
The 3. Pacers with the rebound.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Back to Nembhard. Shot to stop the run. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Coming onto the floor for the 76ers, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey.
Here's Shepard. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Maxey, no good.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Johnson for 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And there is the whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Indiana. Pascal Siakam comes in for James Johnson. Halliburton subbed in for Shepard.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
The layup missed. Pacers trail by 15. Here's Siakam. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on George.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Good on the second free throw.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Outside, George. Pass to Grimes. Oubre outside. No good on the 3.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Halliburton, bank shot, no good. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Mathurin, good.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the 76ers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Tyrese Maxey.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Thomas Bryant is checked in for Miles Turner. Johnson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Jackson, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Toppin subbed in for Andrew Nembhard. Jackson gets the bucket. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tipped away. Halliburton with the steal. Oubre pulls it in. Philadelphia with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
Sixers ball. Substitution on the court.
Edwards kicks to Lowry. Driving inside. The Pacers pull it in. Right side Jackson. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, a statement win. What should people know about this team?
You know, we tough, especially defensively. That's our motto. We want to guard, we want to get stops, and I think we did that pretty well tonight. But you know, we young, we learning every day, and we're gonna be really good.
Well, looks like it's coming fast. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.
Happy Monday, everyone. This evening, we bring you the NBA on 2K. Well, Grant, still very early. How long do you think it takes these teams to form an identity?
You know, BA, it really depends on what the makeup of the team is. How many returners are there? Do you have lots of new faces? Is it a lot of the same players, but a new coach? Those things make a huge difference.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at small forward. Shot clock at 5. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. Indiana on offense. Here's Halliburton. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Oh, tenacious stuff from Halliburton, making his shot while absorbing a foul.
Indiana shooting their first free throw of the night. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Hey, guys. Well, the Magic were one of last season's most improved teams, and with the addition this summer of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, they've addressed an area of real need. A player who can space the floor, add to their already stout defense, and has championship pedigree. They're going to continue to rise in this league, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thanks very much. Yep, that one's good.
And I like the shot selection. Suggs recognizes when to look to score inside.
And there's Siakam. That one's good. On the assist by Halliburton.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. On the wing, Nembhard. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. The Magic have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. For 3, Caldwell Pope sends it home from three-point land.
Caldwell Pope is a well-practiced shooter. Once the ball is in his hands, he's into his motion.
For 3. Kept alive by Indiana. Mathurin passes to Halliburton. From outside, off the mark. Orlando has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On defense, the Pacers. They trail by 1. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
Yeah, but those are the games you can learn from. You see where you are now and where you need to get to.
You really can't give Banchero room anywhere. He will find a shot to take.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So Indiana ends up going with a new group. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. 5th, Orlando.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. And this matchup with the Pacers, their first meeting of the season.
Last year, this team got the better of them in the season series, so they're looking to correct that.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Indiana shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. And that one falls for Jackson.
Jackson at the line for 2.
No good on the 2nd free throw. Orlando trailing here. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor, but now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
The shake. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero. A big group substitution here for Orlando. Batase's checked in for Carter. Wagner comes in for Paolo Banchero. Anthony's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Black subbed in for Suggs. Jackson for 3. It's rebounded by Batase. The Magic have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, we all know Cole Anthony can score the ball, but he deserves more credit for his defense. He's a high-energy player who likes to make things difficult for opposing guards.
Indiana trailing here. Jackson for 3. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Batase with a screen. Inside. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Guys, I like that decision from Cole Anthony. You expect that from the son of an NBA player.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Black from outside the arc. Indiana with a rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. There's Jackson with the 3. It's hauled in by Black. The Magic have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Banked it in off the glass.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
And here's Bryant outside. It's rebounded by Wagner. McConnell with a steal. Pass to Nesmith. Jack's up at 3. And no good. It's all tied in Orlando. And we'll be back right after this. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And for the Magic guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
On the court for the Pacers, second quarter underway. T.J. McConnell is out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then it's Obi Toppin, then it's Aaron Nesmith, and it's Walker in at the power forward. Second chance shot. The shot, no good. Well, the Magic shooting a solid 47%. Wagner outside, launches it, drops in the three. Wagner's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Down low. Oh, swiped away. Here's Walker. Drops in the layup for two. Walker's got 5.
And such a strong guy. Walker could live in the paint.
And Carroll with it. Picked up by Nesmith. From about 16. Count it. Good. And Stan, they always say for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
Three-pointer Mathurin. It's not going to go for him. The Magic have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Shot from 12. Up again.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Siakam for 3. He buries it from 3. He's got 5.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Black. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And this is his first trip to the line. Tonight, Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter comes in for Batase, and Suggs is subbed in for Anthony. The Pacers have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And here's Shepard for 3. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Suggs outside. The 3 ball. Mathurin with a rebound. Mathurin's got 4 rebounds now. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Wagner. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. The 3 from Suggs. Indiana with a rebound. Fires the 3. And it's Mathurin missing. The Magic have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Here's Black. They grab their own miss. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, what tenacity on the boards. Banchero takes pleasure in capitalizing on the offensive glass.
And that one drops for him. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Franz Wagner checked in for Orlando. Caldwell Pope comes in for Black. And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Bryant, he's checked in for Turner. Walker comes in for Siakam. Nesmith, he's checked in for Mathurin. And Tyrese Halliburton subbed in for Shepard. To the paint. Here's Wagner. Pass to Carter. Oh, from deep. Now Suggs. Wagner for three. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Here's Nembhard. Orlando with the rebound. Wagner's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Caldwell Pope uses the glass to finish the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 5.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Seems like every team in the league could use a player like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah, Brian, look, the term 3-and-D at times seems like a backhanded compliment, but not with KCP. He does both the 3 and the D at elite level.
Always takes the toughest backcourt assignment and more than holds down his own. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Wagner. And he converts the layup. Wagner's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pass to Nembhard. From deep. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 5 rebounds in the game. Halliburton against Caldwell-Pope. Wagner with it. This one for 3. And another 3 for Orlando.
Wagner's stretching it out. We don't see him take many shots out there.
Shot is up. Neesmith's shot is off.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And so it's Orlando up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Getting lots of great looks. Shoot. It well, that's why they're up. We'll be right back after this word.
They're much less explosive without Ja Morant. And then the numbers are hard to make up for points and assists when this guy's not in it.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Orlando Magic. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back.
And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. Pacers trail by 8. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. It's the trifecta.
And you know, Suggs seems to be shooting it with more confidence now, especially from deep.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Siakam's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Back to Suggs. Launches a 3 and his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The shot by Nembhard, no good. Magic leading by 12. Wagner with it. Halliburton picks him up. Suggs outside. Second half getting started. About a minute played. The Pacers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Mathurin. Siakam to 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Siakam's got 10.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
Wagner for 3. The rebound by Turner.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
His 3-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. Number 1, the Pacers.
Tremendous efficiency on offense. They were willing to put in their work to get great looks.
Caldwell Pope against Jackson. Here's Suggs. Indiana with a rebound.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Neesmith's shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Coach, the ceiling seems very high for Franz Wagner. He's shown improvement year after year.
He has, Brian, and he's already so polished offensively. He's got great footwork, great touch, and at his age, I think it's the patience he plays with that really stands out.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. How about Paolo Banchero, Coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable. Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Carter can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 6. Toppin left side. Over Banchero. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Toppin's got his second bucket of the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
To the middle. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Black's checked in for Orlando. For Indiana, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Magic leading by 6. Here's Banchero slicing in. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Oh, so ferocious on the drive. I mean, have to be impressed watching Banchero just throw it down.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Indiana shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Orlando making some changes. Batase's checked in for Carter, and Wagner subbed in for Paolo Banchero. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
Orlando has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. And Wagner gets it to go.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Mathurin passes to Turner, takes a 3, and the three-pointer goes.
And this is today's NBA. Big men like Turner spacing the floor with great outside shooting.
Here's Black, defended by Halliburton. The 3 from Suggs. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Mathurin's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
He can move around with the big boys. Halliburton not giving in on the interior.
Mathurin against Wagner. Batase with a screen. Takes the 3. Franz Wagner, that one's good. Wagner's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Three-pointer Mathurin, that drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 5 assists in the game. Orlando leading by 3. Here's Wagner. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Halliburton, no good. Here's Black. Halliburton with some nice D. Unable to get that one. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Orlando ahead. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, it's all about physical.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. And Indiana looking at who they've got. Walker out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then it's Halliburton. Then it's Obi Toppin. And it's McConnell in at the 1 spot. Banchero no good. Pacers trail by 5. Shot on the wing. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
This is a shot Halliburton's developed, the mid-range jumper.
Here's Black. He's marked by McConnell. Black passes to Banchero. With the drive. Banchero from close range.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Nesmith's shot is off.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Here's Black. Misses the 3.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Walker for 3. Pure from 3-point range.
No hesitation. Nice work by Walker, not overthinking it.
Black passes to Batadze. And a two-handed jam!
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
On the wing, Anthony. Banchero passes to Black. Offensive rebound.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Carter, he's checked in for Batadze. Wagner comes in for Wagner. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. And a big reason their team is down, the 3-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the 3-point shot here in the second half. Only 1 in the first, 3 since the break.
Orlando leading by 6. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And here's Wagner. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
Well, with his size and athleticism, it's not hard for Wagner to get up there.
And here's Siakam for 3. Orlando with the rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
They are just owning the boards right now.
Banchero no good. Pacers trail by 8. Pass to Shepard. Now here's Mathurin over Wagner. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on it.
Then once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
And the basket by Siakam. The Magic have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Wagner. Fires the 3. And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the 3. And the Magic lead by 11.
Well, he shoots a solid flip from deep. Caldwell Pope took advantage.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Tyrese Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. Siakam outside. Off the mark there with a three. And Suggs has got the ball here for Orlando. To the inside. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Nice shot by Turner.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Driving in, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, quick feet get Caldwell Pope straight to his bucket.
The three. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
That one goes. Count it.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Magic.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
So when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jalen Suggs.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Capable of 10-plus boards any night he's on the court. Siakam's a very good rebounder.
That's good from Siakam. 34 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Here's Black, defended by Halliburton. Wagner outside, uncovered. He's off on that one. And it looks like they just won't have enough left here at the end.
Yeah, they simply ran out of time and energy.
Shot's good by Matherin. There's 14 seconds left in the 4th. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Miles Turner. First personal foul.
So the first one drops. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for Orlando.
And he's unable to get the second one. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
At the line for
he drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 9-point game here.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
So it's Orlando picking up the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the drive.